Yesterday, on May 24th, I turned 19 years old, and it made me think a lot about my 18th birthday and how much things have changed from being 18 to now. I thought about the transitions it took to become the person I am today. That transition is going from one point to another. Transitions don't just happen in papers and speeches, but they happen in real life too. Whether or not it's an easy or hard transition, and whether or not you accept it, is a completely different story. In the first introductory video, you got to see a little bit of who I was at this point in my life. But for this one, I want to be creative and tell you the story about how I got to be the person I am today. I moved to Michigan when I was 13 years old from sunny Southern California. Michigan has this thing called seasons, which I never experienced before, and it was a nice experience. I moved to Livonia and I went to Clarksville School District. It was hard to transition to Clarksville because it was such a close-knit community that everyone already knew each other and everything about each other and didn't really want to accept the new girl from California who was kind of weird. So I focused on my school and studies. Freshman year was the same, just going through life, trying to figure things out. Then I decided to change things up. I got a job at Kroger as a bagger thanks to my mother who was working there. My mom is a single mom, her name is Kate, and she takes care of myself, my younger brother Dominic, and my younger sister Samantha. I'm the oldest out of all of them, so I decided as my responsibility to get a job to help with my personal finances and to help with the home finance. Getting employed at Kroger kind of changed things for me. I learned customer service skills, more responsibility, I had money to spend, and I made a lot of friends through there who I consider my family now. After that, I started joining more groups at school. I was in National Honor Society, Student Congress, and Business Professionals America. Not to mention, I was a drum major at band for 3 years. By the time I hit senior year, I was president of National Honor Society, head of Student Congress, and I won first place at BPA 2 years in a row and went to nationals my junior year. I was working almost 40 hours in the produce department, and life seemed great. I graduated and got the freedom that I wanted. I also got accepted to U of M Ann Arbor and a full ride at Wayne State University. I had so many opportunities, so many options, and everything was going great. I thought life was perfect. During summer, I spent my summer with a coworker and went head over heels for him, neglected my responsibilities, and partied a little bit too much. So by the time fall came, I lost the summer heat, the freedom of summer. I hadn't started driving yet, and I lost the bullet. So before a whole week, I had to get my driver's license and figure college out. Luckily, I already signed up for my classes. But once I started fall semester, I got in an accident with a BMW. I was completely heartbroken, and life wasn't like it was before. I had a hard time transitioning to college. The classes were harder than I thought. I knew that high school classes were not the same as college, but I didn't have study skills because I was so lazy because of how easy my school was. So I wasn't confident in myself. I didn't want to make new friends because I liked the friends I had, and they were all in different places. It was hard. It took time, but I learned how to study. I learned how to be more responsible, and I accepted the new life that I had now. I quit my job at Kroger because it was too much to deal with all the past memories, and I wanted to move on and move forward. And I did, and I got a job at Doc's office, which was completely different than lifting crates at the produce department. I had to deal with patients, I had to deal with paperwork that's very important, and I had to be more responsible. Things are completely different now. I had a different life, and I didn't want to accept it. But now I realize that it made me a better person. I'm more responsible, I'm more accepting of things, and I can deal with whatever you throw at me. I have a better job with helping clear the med field. The school that I didn't like commuting to, I have lifelong problems that I can already tell. I figured out I want to be an anthropology major, and I was inspired to start learning Italian, things that I really love. Transitions are hard. It was hard to move from one point to another, but I finally got there, and I'm closer to where I should be in life, where I want to be. So if you're accepting a transition, it can get you to a better point. Believe me, it took me a whole year to accept the things that change. But once you do, you can get a better point in your life, and change always happens. So there's no point in looking back on things and trying to keep things safe, no matter what. figured I had to transition at one point. Thank you.